Welcome back to In Progress Podcast with our hosts Cece and Taiwan and special announcer Barbara.
Hello,
Hello,
guys.
Barbara. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. How about you guys?
I'm doing well.
I'm great. How
Oh,
are you?
I'm well. I just said I'm doing great, but I'll say it again. I'm doing well. So you mind if I ask you an icebreaker question?
Absolutely. Go
Uh,
ahead.
so what do you guys do in your free time and stuff? You know?
In my free time, I go to the mall. I shop at the mall. I play the games. I play the video games.
Like
I
what
go
type of games?
NBA 2K23.
Uh,
I play GTA, Fortnite. Yeah, and I play Call of Duty.
Oh, those are all pretty decent games.
Right.
What about you, Sierra?
For
I mean,
me,
Cece.
I like to spend time with family and friends.
Yeah, me too. That's what I do.
Yeah.
What do you
sometimes.
do with your family and friends? If you don't mind me asking.
I try to spend as much time with them as much as possible, especially with me having younger cousins. Little baby.
Mhm.
All right, so we're gonna be asking you a few questions. I hope you don't mind.
Go ahead.
All right, so where do you guys see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
10 years.
I see myself successful and wealthy. I see myself owning my own business.
Oh.
Like I want to have like my own shoe store,
Oh, shoe
and I want to have my own merch.
like it's not. So you're saying like merch is in like clothing and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
clothes.
Oh,
Yes,
So you want to be like have a clothing store.
yes, and the shoe store.
All right.
Mhm.
What about
The
you?
shoe. I'm gonna have
As
a
for
lot of
me,
shoes.
I see myself out of state, moving out of state, like after high school.
Uh,
Oh yeah, me too.
out of state. Where do you
I
guys
want to
want to
move out
live?
of Youngstown.
Me?
Um,
Like what type of place do you guys want to live?
I want to move to Los Angeles,
Mhm.
California.
LA.
There's a lot of places I want to move to, but
Yeah.
that's one of them.
So you both want to move to LA?
For me, yeah, it's either LA or Texas.
Why LA?
It's so beautiful
Because
out there.
I like it though. I like it there.
You want to live in like the big city?
Yes.
It looks very beautiful out there.
Yeah, it looks nice there.
Well, can't disagree. So how exactly do you plan on like getting to that point where you like have your own business and you're able to move out? You know, like how do you plan on growing financially and stuff?
Keeping focused.
Keep it
Yes.
focused, like on
Mhm.
what though?
Keep myself focused on my brand, but also knowing I have goals myself. So never having distractions, if that makes sense.
So what is your brand though?
Actually, I'm working on a skincare business called CC's Body Care, which is in the
Ooh.
works right now.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
that's good.
Well, you
Yep.
have to let me know when that
In the
comes
works.
to fruition and stuff. You know.
It's in the works,
Uh,
guys.
Yes, in 5 years, I see myself like continuing to work hard and progressing in my current role.
So where's like your starting point? Like where do you want to start, and then like you can grow from there.
Start.
It's having a goal. So set a goal first.
Yeah, you
Yes,
gotta.
I know. I gotta
Yeah.
set
Yeah, you
my
gotta have
goals
the
first.
long term goals, but you also gotta have short term goals. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yes.
That's just most
in
important.
like a couple months, what's your plans? You know.
My plan is like saving money and stuff.
Yeah, saving money. Yeah, that's.
It's always important to
Good
save your
plan.
money.
Do either of you own a car?
I'm
Yes.
about to get a
Yes, I
car.
have my car.
You guys got driver's license?
No.
Well, that's a good place to start. Because like that way you can start driving to your job and
Uh-huh.
like
Yeah.
getting to work and taking stuff from one place to another, getting
Mhm.
groceries, helping take your family like from
Back and forth.
yeah.
Taking my
You
little
get it.
cousins to school.
So I assume you both want to be rich, right?
Yes.
And you
Yes, I
both,
do.
and judging by how you've talked so far, you want to both own your own company. Taiwan, you want to own I don't know you want to own like a clothing store, right?
Yes. With
And
my
then-
own merch.
And then like Cece,
And
you want to
shoes.
own a skincare company.
Yep.
So
It's more than skincare, but skincare is in the works.
So are you aware of like the problems? I mean, not the problems. The difficulties of starting a new business, right?
Yes, especially with skincare too. If we're having a younger audience watching, be careful, especially because if you're going into skincare, be careful because you never know who's allergic to what. So when you go into it, make sure. So when you're packaging, make sure you always have the ingredient labels and everything because there's a lot of people that when you're going into this business, make sure you're doing the right thing. So once you do all your recipe, make sure you put all your ingredients together so you have a sticker, whether on the back or just instructions in general, letting them know what's inside because you never know who's allergic to what.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. I myself have some allergies, so
Yeah.
like, so what would you do if somebody did have an allergic reaction to one of your products? Would you like recall it, or would you issue some sort of refund?
Both. To be fair, say if somebody has allergies and they come to me and they say, well, I have these certain allergies, right? For me, I'll make sure that as
Right.
I do what's right as much as possible so they don't have an allergic reaction. So make it more comfortable for them, knowing putting these products together, making sure that nothing's gonna happen to them.
So
So
you're trying to make sure you accommodate their uh, allergies and
yes,
illnesses and stuff, right?
yes.
That's really good.
Yeah. And also too, when my website also goes up, there's gonna be a customization. The customization also gonna go with allergies. So if you have any allergies, you can actually get in touch with me and we can talk about that process together. So making sure that you're not getting allergic reaction, nothing's wrong.
Oh, so you mean like you're gonna have like a website and they can request specific
Yes.
things from you. All right,
Yes.
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
What about you? Are you planning on having a website or like doing anything that she's talked about so far? Like obviously clothings aren't the same as skincare products.
Right.
They won't give you an allergic reaction quite as much.
Yes.
Although there are some people who do have allergies, like
Yes.
allergies to cotton or silk. So like
Yes.
if something like that comes up, what are you planning on doing? Don't
Can you
worry.
please ask that question again?
Well, basically, if somebody has like an illness and they or like an allergy and they can't be around silk or cotton, are you planning on like trying to find another way to accommodate them and make sure that they can still get your products without suffering an allergic reaction?
Yes. I
Uh,
mean, all they just they shouldn't like wear the clothes that they're allergic to. Or
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
always a way around it.
I
Like
don't
say
think they would be allergic.
if there's somebody that's allergic to silk or cotton, there's always a way around it to make accommodations so it's
Just
more
don't wear it.
comfortable for them.
Just
Yeah.
wear something else because I'll have like other products in there.
So are you just planning on like cotton, silk, and stuff, or are you gonna be like selling Demon
Leather,
stuff?
like
Leather, yeah,
it's gonna
leather.
be rubber. It's gonna be different stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna be offering like raincoats.
Yes, it's gonna be all different types of clothing.
Nice, nice. Uh, so you guys are really not like I don't even know the word.
In sync.
Not in sync, I guess. But you guys have really well defined goals, but you guys haven't really told me how you're planning on getting there from here. Like, do you plan on like getting a job in like a company and working your way up until you have enough money to go and feel comfortable with risking stuff and starting a new business, right?
Yes.
There's
I
also
know.
there's a possible chance. You know, it's always good to get that practice in because not everybody who starts a business, it's not always gonna be great and perfect as soon as they get it.
Yeah.
There's always you have to have some kind of practice if that makes sense. So there is that choice. You can actually get a job out there doing what you want and then going from there.
So what type of I know you want to start your companies, right? But what type
Yes.
of job are you looking for currently?
Currently, I'm looking for
Like, would you rather be a fry cook or somebody in uh like marketing for like a big company like
yeah,
what's it called? Like Gucci or something.
Higher up
yes.
Yeah.
because Gucci they know how to advertise.
Yeah.
They have some really good.
You want to get a
advertising.
job at the marketing for Gucci. You want to be like
Yep.
get that Gucci.
Or
Get that bag.
or Nike.
That
Yeah,
get
that's
that
it.
bag's actually a pretty good slogan.
Jordan.
Oh, I'm gonna use
All right.
that. So
Well, I'm really enjoying this little interview here. But I think we're gonna have to end it here.
okay.
I've had fun. I hope you guys did too. Well, we'll see you during the next segment.
Bye, guys.
Welcome back with our hosts, Braden and Chris, talking
up,
about
y'all?
the legalization of weed.
Yeah. I'm sure y'all heard weed's becoming legal in Ohio. Chris?
Obviously, have to be 21 and plus.
21 and plus, obviously. I mean, they've been selling it in gas stations for a little while now. It's been like back market cartridges and
And this,
stuff like that.
and it's usually laced and not all.
Yeah. We gonna get into that. But yeah, great to be back. You feel me? Been a minute since I've been here. Sorry for the absence, y'all. But so, what's your thoughts on the legalization, Chris?
I think it's good, but actually, pause real quick.
Okay,
I'm trying to
like
think.
pause.
Yeah.
All right, so to make it easier for her, I'm just gonna try to like go with what I was saying earlier. So, yeah, Chris. So, what's your thoughts on the legalization of it?
I think it's definitely good. It's going to help with the crime rates, and it's going to help people, buy more, actually, like, produce stuff by like the lab and stuff, and it's going to be, good for personal use.
Yeah,
What do you
100%.
think?
I agree with you for sure. To bridge off of what you said, like, to get it in gas stations and to get it from these local distributors and like the people who are just selling on the street, they're buying the aftermarket stuff. They're buying the stuff that's on the street. It might be laced. It might
And they can
have
even-
whatever in it.
They could even go into like Chinese websites and buy like 1,000
Yeah.
unopened cards, and they could
Yeah,
put
they
whatever
could just
want.
put whatever they want in it. And bro, people be buying them off of Telegram
Yeah.
or what's the other one? It's not Discord, but it's something like it. But yeah, you guys
Yeah.
get what I'm saying. Like they buy it off of apps and then they sell it like
It's everywhere.
locally, and who knows what's in it? Like
It's untrustworthy. It's not lab tested.
it's not lab
nothing.
tested. There's no regulations. There's nothing. So you're just smoking random chemicals. You're smoking lab grown things that just aren't good for you at all. Trying to get the normal effect that you would. But other than that, I know that me and you wanted to talk a little bit about the war on drugs. So what's your thoughts on the war on drugs and how weed has been demonized historically?
I feel like they put it into a bad spotlight, and they took it over and they made it for profit themselves. Because
Definitely.
we had different hemp products too that we had like they used it to make paper and stuff like that. They used it for a lot of things.
Yeah, you're talking about hemp.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hemp was used for a lot of different things. Hemp oil, hemp like paper, like hemp wick, exactly. There were so many different applicable uses for it, but people started to label it as a drug, and people started to label it as these bad things, and it was really just the war on drugs and how they turned it and said that it would rot your brain and it would make you lazy and slow and uncoordinated and all this other stuff when it's been used historically for thousands of years. Now, don't get me wrong. If you sit down all day and all you do is smoke and smoke and smoke
It's
and
gonna
smoke,
be negative.
it's gonna be negative. You're not gonna focus. Your memory is gonna get messed up. You're gonna be stupid. You're gonna be a bum. But there is ways to actually use it and integrate it into your life.
Yeah, you have to use it properly, and you can't just go buy it from anybody. You can't just go into the streets and just pay whatever and expect it to be good.
Mm-hmm. So one cool thing that we were looking into a little bit is we found out that it goes into effect on December 7th. And for all our viewers who are over 21, you guys can grow up to 6 plants.
And if there's multiple like members in the household, you can have up to 12.
Exactly. I was just about to get into that. So if you live with multiple people, grow 12. But yeah, I know that we wanted to talk a little bit about how it was used historically. So what are some ways that you've heard it was used historically?
Even just like from 1500, 1600, they had like vials of like the actual like extract. They had indica. Sativa.
Really?
Yeah.
They had extracts that early on?
Yeah, 1600s.
That's really cool. I wonder how they did it because like I know now they put it in like the cheesecloths and stuff, and they press it with like the hydraulic presses. So
I think they did something similar, but with like rocks and like leaves or something like that.
Oh, rocks. Yeah, it was probably rocks, bro. He on to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's a sticky situation. Oh God, we'll never be using it, y'all. We working on it. We working on it. Had to. But yeah, so what do you think are the health benefits of weed? Do you think there are any?
if you don't overuse it, it can be good, but most people do overuse it, and it tends to make them more lazy and like lethargic.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing, the Johnson and Johnson, how they turned plant-based medicine into petroleum-based medicine.
Yeah,
What's your thoughts on that?
they basically they're giving us poisons, and they're trying to make us pay for the what's it called, the vaccines and the remedies.
Hmm.
But they're the ones who are making us sick and giving us the illnesses.
Yeah, I heard this quote, and I don't know it verbatim, but it was more or less, why treat a patient when you can make a future customer? It's a healed patient isn't a future customer, something along the lines of that. But basically, if they heal us fully,
Yeah.
then they can't
Every
profit
person they
off
heal,
of
they're
us.
losing out on thousands of dollars.
Exactly. That, and we're gonna keep running into that problem as long as our medical industry is for profit.
Yeah,
And
well,
it was some celebrity. He went on stage and he said, if you have energy companies that benefit off of energy crises, if you have health companies that benefit off of health crises, you're going to continually see crises happening for people to make profit off of.
and they're going to see spikes in revenue. It's going to be very motivational for them to get that money.
Definitely. And it just like, it's literally some super villain stuff like that. Like Gru would be doing this from Despicable Me. Like,
But it's real life.
it is real life, and it's just happening right in front of us, and no one seems to care. Everyone knows about it. There's a lot of people who know about it, but the most we'll do is make a post online and call it at that. No one actually comes together to do anything. So we're going to continue to see it happening, unfortunately.
And if anybody does say anything, they usually get stopped before they can actually make any change.
So everyone listening, if we're going to do something, we got to band together. We got to form the Avengers. Come on. We got to do something. The time is now. But anyway, y'all, that was our thoughts on the weed legalization. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next topic.
Welcome back to In Progress with our hosts, Braden and Greg.
What's up, y'all? In Progress Podcast. We about to show y'all how to make some bread from your bed. It's the real estate episode. All right, y'all. So we're going to talk about real estate today. We're going to talk about the importance of insurance, the importance of credit. We're going to talk about landlording a little bit. We're going to get into some wholesaling. And we really just about to give y'all some sauce. We about to give y'all some juice so y'all can go out there, start making some plays for yourself, start making some real money. So, Greg, what's your interest in real estate and what draws you to it?
My interest in real estate is wanting to become a landlord someday.
There you go. What do you like about landlording?
I like about it is that you could customize your own house, rent out your properties, like invest into your properties.
There you go.
And sell them too, if you want.
Exactly. To all of our viewers who don't know, most of you probably do, but landlording is when you own a property and then you rent it out to other tenants, and then you get paid monthly for them living in that space. And it's a great way to make revenue. It comes in monthly. So the only thing that you're investing is the initial down payment for the house, the loan payment every month, and then any expenses like if a pipe bursts or something like that. But you could have your tenant pay for that. It all depends on the agreement you have with them. But yeah, you think landlording is a pretty good option. I know that you have a lot of interest in that, and that's something that you want to get into. So what are you hoping to landlord? Are you hoping to have apartments? Are you looking for like more condos? What?
Hoping to landlord like a variety of properties,
There
such
you
as
go.
apartments, Airbnbs, houses, all types of stuff,
Exactly. I'd love to hear that. So we wanted to cover the importance of insurance today. So with those properties, you hoping to have insurance?
Of course.
Of course.
Because I don't want tenants to like destroy my property or whatever, and if they do destroy my property, I have insurance to cover it.
Exactly. So imagine you're a landlord, right? You guys have Joe Smo living in your house. He's been there for 3 months. He hasn't paid rent in 2. So you're kicking him out. He's not angry or he's not too happy about it. So he starts tearing up your counters, your kitchen, all that is destroyed. So if you didn't have insurance, you're paying for that out of pocket. That's just really inconvenient, and it's going to put you back when you should be trying to go forward off of this property. So definitely having insurance is very important. It'll lead you to growing your finances way quicker. And we wanted to talk about the importance of credit too. What do you know about credit?
Credit can like help you get like more things. Like the higher your credit, the more things you can get.
Exactly. That's a great point. Your credit is a ticket. Your credit can take you so many places. It's literally liquidated money in your hand. So, do you know how credit works?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm still learning more about it.
exactly. You should always be learning. And for our viewers who don't know, the way credit works is, say I have a credit card, right? Say I purchase whatever. At the end of the month, they're gonna bill me with a bill statement. If I make my payment on time, I pay my bill statement on time. Or if I pay it a little early, it's even more better. But if you pay it on time, your credit score is gonna go up. If you miss a payment, your credit score can go down. Now they'll deduct you a lot more than they'll boost you. So you want to make sure that you're hitting your credit, like your payments on time every month. Only use your credit card for things that you know you have the money for, because you're not drawing out of your money. You're taking basically a miniature loan from the bank and then paying it back at the end of the month. Greg, do you know what a grace period is at all? No, that's okay. Most people don't, but with your credit cards, you get something called a grace period. So say I went out and I put $40 in gas in my tank, right? I might have a grace period of 4 days where my credit score doesn't or not necessarily my credit score, but like it doesn't affect me at all if I pay or not. But after that grace period, it does affect me. So your grace period is basically just like the time space that you have before you have to pay, before you get affected. So it's good to know those things. But this is in progress. We're a younger podcast, so our viewer base is a little bit younger. So for my viewers who are younger, your credit starts at 18. So you want to maximize that, take it full advantage of it as soon as you can. So couple months after you turn 18, once you're established, you're secure, get your credit cards, start making small purchases that you know you have the money for, start building your credit now, so that in the future you already have a good credit established and you can just take loans out for whatever you want. If you want to go get a car, you can go get a car with a lower interest rate. If you want to take out a FHA loan to go get a property, you can do that. And that's one of the realest, or like the most important parts of real estate, I think, because if you have a good credit, you can get loans for so cheap.
Exactly. Yeah. So, wait, would you like to tell the audience information about wholesaling?
Oh yeah, we wanted to learn about wholesaling a little bit. So what do you know about wholesaling so far? It's okay if you don't know a lot. Don't worry about that. Just like, what do you know so far about it?
I don't know too much about it, bro.
It's okay. Do you know the premise of it at all? No, that's okay. Do you know what wholesaling is like in general? It's okay. But you can wholesale lots of different things. Like my friend, he wholesales cologne. But I choose to wholesale well, I haven't done it yet, but I hope to wholesale houses because the profit margins are just insane. But when I was talking about making bread from your bed, this is how you'll do it. If you have access to a phone, a laptop, a computer, whatever, you can make thousands off of just pieces of paper and time that you invest. So what wholesaling is I'll go on Zillow, Redfin, some housing website like that, right? And what you're looking for is properties that are being sold on market by the owner, right? So you want for sale by owner properties. Because I mean, you could go through the real estate agency route, but there's a lot more requirements. There's like a lot more legal registrations, and it's harder to get them on contract because they're real estate agents and they know what's going on. Not to say that you're preying on the homeowners, but like it's easier to work with people who are just selling their houses because most of the time they want it gone. And the thing that you're really going to be looking for when you're wholesaling is something called a motivated seller. And what a motivated seller is it's someone who wants their property gone for whatever reason that it is. They could have just had a family member that died and they inherited the house and they just don't want to live in it because the memories, they could just not like the tenants that they have, whatever reason. They want this property gone. And the reason that you want a motivated seller is because you want to buy it for below market value. If you can buy the property for below market value, then you know you can mark it up and make profit. Because if you're buying it, if here's the property value, right? You're buying it here, you're selling it here, you make that difference. Not necessarily, but the reason I love wholesaling is you don't ever buy a house. I'm not ever going out and purchasing $100,000 house. That's never what I'm That's never what I'm doing. Mind a little slip up. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna buy a house on a piece of paper. Who else buying houses on a piece of paper? Oh God, we're gonna teach y'all that sauce. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna find your motivated seller and you're gonna get them on contract. So you're gonna say contractually that you're gonna buy this house for this amount. But written in your contract, it has to say that you can at any point assign this contract over to one of your real estate investor partners, right? So it's basically saying that I will buy this house for X amount, but I might not be the one to buy it. That's basically what it's saying in fancy legal terms, right? So after you get them on contract, the contract that you make is very important. We're not going to cover it in this podcast because it's a shorter segment, but the contract that you make is very important. You have to know how you're verbiaging things. You have to know what is in your contract, what you're covered for, and what you're not. But basically, after you get them on contract, you're going to take that contract and you're going to look for real estate investors. It's people who are looking to buy and hold houses. They're looking to buy and flip. They're looking to be landlords just like you. And they're always looking for properties, and you're finding one that's below market value, right? So since it's already below market value, you can mark it up a little bit and still have it below market value, but still have room to make profit, right? You want to get it about 60% below market or 60% of market value. But after you do that, you can assign that contract over to the real estate agent. And the coolest part about wholesale, this is why I love it so much, you cut your own check. I will say that again. You cut your own check. If I'm purchasing this property, I bought it off the seller for $80,000, right? I'm going to sell it to the real estate agent for $120,000. Maybe I had to put $5,000 into repairs. That means that I can leave myself maybe $7,000 or $8,000 as a wholesale fee or an assignment fee. And basically that's paying you for going out and finding the house, going out and doing the comping. That's like finding prices and stuff like that. And yeah, that's wholesale in a wholesaling in a nutshell. So do you have any questions about it? Anything like that?
No,
Any parts that seem confusing?
no, but good information though.
Yeah, definitely. It's such a powerful tool, and everyone watching this podcast needs to get hip to it. Whether you have money to invest into it or whether you don't, you can purchase houses completely free from the comfort of your couch, your bed, your desk, whatever. You can go on a free housing site like Zillow or Redfin and purchase houses contractually, and then assign that contract over to a real estate investor and make thousands. No job, no nothing like that, no degree, no anything. You can just do it right now, today. So everyone needs to research it and get hip to it. It's a great financial tool.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It was great talking to you.
Yeah, it was
Greg.
good talking to you
Oh
too.
God. We're gonna see y'all in the next podcast. Hope y'all had a good time watching. It's a pleasure talking to you guys. We'll see you in the next one.